Talk Live. Thank you, my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter, right here in Augusta, Georgia. She got whipped, scented, shea butter, all kind of flavors, peach, tropical, strawberry, island paradise, coconut, mango. Call her, 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Again, this whipped, scented, shea butter. Listen, you got a TikTok? She has a TikTok. Hit up on TikTok, which is Melon Queen 1976. Again, my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. Homegrown, homegrown. Also, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World. Don't forget about my good friend Alan Odom. Alan Odom is also from Augusta, Georgia. Has whipped, scented shea butter. Also, he has it, and also he's Palm Maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. Come listen, check him out. Call him at 706-294-8493. Again, that's 706-294-8493. Listen, you need your trees cut, your yard maintained, your trees pruned, or some demolition work. Call them again at 706-294-8493. Specializes in all type of tree removal, all type of pond maintenance. Put in your pond, maintain your pond. Also, just cut your grass. Again, that's my good friend Alan Odom right here in Augusta, Georgia. Again, call him at 706-294-8493. Tell him John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live say I got to get the deal. So call him up. Again, my good friend Alan Odom right here in Augusta, Georgia. Listen, mark your calendar. Mark your calendar. CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World. Mark your calendar. Next thing coming up is June the 8th. June the 8th right here in Augusta, Georgia. My good friend Darryl putting this thing together. Dapper and Sassy Soiree. Yours truly will be on the red carpet. Barbershop Talk Live is going to be live at this event. It's going to be a great networking event, a great chance to get to know folks that you didn't know, and also get to know folks that just a little bit better. So listen, mark your calendar, June the 8th. The information is on your screen from 2 to 7. Make sure you be there. I will be on the red carpet hosting this event, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you. Again, that's my good friend Darryl, classy and dapper soiree. Looking forward to see you. Also, mark your calendar for June 13th. Mark your calendar for June 13th and also June 14th. Right here in North Augusta, Bogus Hill Landing, CSOA. It's going to be some boots on the ground. Boots on the ground, my good friend Jay Will. We're going to be putting the sounds. Call him at 803-215-3838. Again, that's 215-3838. My good friend has all the information you need. So again, June 13th, June 14th, right here, Bogus Hill Landing, North Augusta. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, don't forget about June the 22nd. June the 22nd, right here in Payne College, we are putting together our annual health fair. Angelic Community Resources doing this thing for many, many years, and we're going to keep on doing it to make sure the community is healthy, make sure the community know what's going on. So again, June 22nd, Payne College, which is a Sunday, from 2 to 6 p.m., we're going to get your blood pressure checked, we're going to get your teeth checked, we're going to get your eye checked, and main thing, make sure you get your HIV test. So I'm telling you, and especially you, stop by Payne College Sunday, June the 22nd, from 2 to 6 p.m., looking forward to seeing you. Bring a friend, bring a co-worker, bring your enemies to get tested. Bring everybody you know to make sure they are healthy. Again, Angelic Community Resource Development right here in Augusta, Georgia, doing this thing for many, many years. Again, know your status. Listen, you ain't come to hear me. You ain't come to see me. You come to see our good friend. Listen, the jobs. We're going to talk about it in a few minutes. I got, again, that's my good friend. You threw me out. You threw me out. Listen, no matter, we still here live. Barbershop Talk is always live. But listen, we're going to get into our special guest tonight. You come to see her. You didn't come to see me, but good friend, we've been trying to get her on this show for many, many years. Many, many moons, many, many weeks. And the stars lined up perfectly. She is in the hot seat tonight. Listen, without further ado, I want to introduce to you, and especially you, Miss Luckie Charmz. What's up?
Excellent.
You doing good?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you
I
for
feel
coming.
like I want to start a business just so you can shout my business out.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it. You know, I don't mind doing it. Listen, Barbershop Talk is always live. You never know what will happen. Anything can happen on Barbershop Talk. But listen, what I want to make sure now that you are comfortable.
I am. Thank you. Yes.
Your people good?
We good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
You too.
I've seen you all over the CSRA. All over the doggone podcasts, the airways. I've seen you everywhere. So it's good to see you here in person.
Yes, sir.
You good?
I am.
Listen, now, if you haven't had a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live in your crazy busy schedule, anything can happen.
Okay.
Now, what I try to do, I try to make sure people that come on Barbershop Talk Live sit in what I call the hot seat.
Okay.
Or aware what's going on.
All right.
And I need to make sure I know who they are.
Okay.
So I do my research, I do my due diligence, make sure I'm bringing the right folks into this hot seat.
Right.
So I check you out.
Okay.
The people check you out.
Yeah.
The community check you out. They gave you a thumbs up.
Okay, good.
You're good.
Yes.
You're good. And they say, well, you got the right person. She's good. So here
All
you go.
right.
So
All
that
right.
being said, since I did all my checking out, make sure you're good to go. I want to know that the people of Barbershop Talk Live World behind that camera, they want to know who are you.
Okay.
So take a few minutes to look at that camera and tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live World, who is Miss Luckie?
Okay, well, my name is Charmz Luckie Smith. I am a mother of two gorgeous daughters, Devin and Carly. I just celebrated my oldest daughter's graduation from Howard University. She received her Bachelor's of Science degree in Architectural Design, and then I have a daughter who's an uprising sophomore. Many of you know me as being the marketing educator teacher at T.W. Josie High School, which is also my alum. I graduated from T.W. Josie in 1996. I started at T.W. Josie as a freshman in 1992, and God saw fit for me to go back 30 years later in 2022 and be a teacher and kind of pour into those kids the same way that those teachers poured into me. I'm also a graduate of UGA. I'm still in school now, so I'm working on my third degree. I love helping people. I love being in the community. I love giving back. I'm just a giver.
You're just a giver.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Barbershop Talk Live. But listen, you heard what she said. You heard what she's been doing. And you know just a little bit about her. So I want you to get in contact with us. And you want to get into this conversation and we learn more about who Miss Luckie is. You can call us at 706-426-1533. There's a live call-in number. You can ask myself a question. You can ask our guest a question. If you don't want to call, put your comment or put your question on the screen. We'll make sure we answer any and all comments. No question. No question. That's what she said. No questions, no limits. We're going to ask it all. So if you want to know more about Miss Luckie, call us at 706-426-1533. Again, it's live. Miss Luckie, you good?
I'm good.
Now listen, Barbershop Talk Live World, we want to know because sometimes what we heard in your introduction, you started off at T.W. Josie. Well,
I didn't
your alma
start.
mater.
That's my alma mater.
That's
yes.
your alma mater.
Yes.
So now, I know there's a lot of people that's watching Barbershop Talk Live that love T.W. Josie.
They do.
And I know one that's particularly watching.
Who's that?
Shantae, Jermaine's wife, Bradley.
Oh, yes. That's my girl.
She probably watching.
Artificial.
She probably is watching.
That's my girl.
Now, you know, I don't know if you had a chance to watch, but she sat right in that hot seat one time before.
Yes.
She sat in the hot seat before. Now, and the crazy part about it, when she sat in the hot seat, she brought all the green and gold with her. She brought the neighbors, the family, she brought the church members. She brought all the green and gold with her. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask her, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
What is the significance of this green and gold? What is all this green and gold? Because last week, a couple weeks ago, we had a guy in this chair that was red and white.
Yeah, Doug Jackson.
Yeah, he talking about the Atlanta is it. Now, here we go, across town, we talking about Josie. Now, you don't tell me. Tell the people the Barbershop Talk Live World, what is the green and gold all about?
Well, the green and gold for me is about pride. For me, it was my first experience having a black teacher.
Okay.
I went to a private school from kindergarten to 8th grade, so being a part of that culture, the sonic boom of the South. I was in the band along with Shantae.
Okay.
So I was a student there when we won the state championship. So our legacy just has so much pride. I know that Lucy C. Laney was the first black high school in Augusta, Georgia, but then came T.W. Josie, and we put a stamp on it, and we're here to stay 15th Street. So it's just that pride. I mean, I'm going to always bleed green and gold no matter where I go. I'm going to always rep my school.
You was in the sonic boom of the South?
I was in the sonic boom of the South.
Now, listen, Luckie, I know we can always go back and refer to these things that the guests tell us. We can always Google this. So you was a pride member of the sonic boom of the South?
I definitely was. I was a flag girl.
Flag girl?
I was a flag girl.
So wait a minute, Shantae was a flag girl too?
No, Shantae was an eaglet.
An eaglet?
Yes.
Okay.
She was actually the captain.
She was the captain of the
She was the
eaglet?
captain.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So you still got a cheer in you. Barbershop Talk Live, we're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to get some cheers.
I need a broomstick so I can do a little movement.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Man, I didn't never, again, Barbershop Talk Live, we're going to get into some more things, what she's been doing over the years. Again, green and gold. She bleeds green and gold.
Yes.
Bleeds green and gold.
I bleed green and gold.
No matter
Always
what.
an eagle, no matter what.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Barbershop Talk Live again. Remember, you have some questions you want to talk to us about. Call us at 706-426-1533 or make a comment. Put the comment on the screen. We're answering any and all comments. No question.
No questions.
Comment. No question. No. Okay. All right. Listen, so what we want to do now, Miss Lucky? Do you mind if I call you Miss Lucky?
That's fine.
That's cool?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm
That's
Lucky.
that's what my students call me, so that's cool.
Miss Lucky.
Yep.
Okay, now what I want to do now, I want to barbershop talk live. We just go around. We don't have a format. We don't have next
Sure.
stage. We just go with it. Sometimes we say stuff off the cuff. We just gonna have fun with
Okay.
it. So now here's a question that I remember when I asked one of the other guests a few weeks ago, and it was kind of intriguing, and he gave us an answer we didn't look for.
Okay.
So what all the many places that you've been all over the world, you've been a lot of places. You've been up and down the highways, UGA. I mean, you've been everywhere, and everybody know you.
Yes.
That's
Well,
good.
I don't know if everybody know me, but some people know me.
Everybody know
A
you.
few people know me.
You well known.
Am I?
Not just in Augusta, you well known.
Okay.
So here's a crazy question. I want you to think about this answer before I ask this question now.
Okay.
Because remember, you said no questions off limits.
Correct.
If you was on a deserted island,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody that you know, you needed one person to be on that island with you to get you off that island to a safe land, who would you choose?
Oh.
I know that's a tough question to sit there to think about it, but then, look, I'm good now. You got to tell the
That's a
people the barbershop
good
talk around because you got a lot of people
question.
watching. Who
If
would
I
you
was on
want?
a deserted island
You need to get back.
and I needed to get off the island,
Who would you choose to help
who
you?
would I choose to help me get off? Okay, that's, you know what, now that I said it out loud, this person is deceased.
Okay.
But
okay.
had he been alive, I would definitely choose Mr. Al Young.
Al Young.
Yes, he was my mentor. He was a CTAE coordinator. He knew all things. Like, he knew farming, he knew fishing, he knew boating, and he knew aquaponics. He knew everything. So if I knew I needed to get off an island, he would be the first person I would call.
Be the first one you call.
He would be the first person I would call because I know he'll get me off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would have never thought that would be your answer because so many people that you knew, but I don't know Al Young.
Right.
Yeah.
Gerald Wilson.
Yeah. Well, I thought
I mean, if I needed to have like a party, then I would have called DJ Will. Yeah. But to get off an island if I was stranded, and the crazy thing is he used to go boating a lot, and he knew about a private island in Clarksville that only appeared like during the summertime when the tides were low. So like little things like that just all, you're right. It just resonated with me. Like, he would be able to get me off.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to call my husband, but I don't know if he gonna be able to get me
both
off.
of y'all stuck.
We stuck.
Hey, he's watching now.
Yeah,
He's watching.
he definitely probably is at work, logged on, but
So y'all stuck if he got to help y'all.
I would definitely be stuck. It'd be like Gilligan's Island, like we'll
Got
be,
to be more careful.
Yeah.
Shipwrecked all day.
Backwards.
yeah.
Well, now, Miss Lucky, I already know some of this stuff, but I don't know all of it. So what I don't know, I want you to tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live World, when you said your husband, who was your husband?
My husband is Mr. Bert Smith. Unfortunately, he graduated from Butler.
Oh.
Unfortunately
Okay,
for him,
okay.
he's a bulldog.
Okay.
So that's my husband. He's at work now, but that's my main supporter. He encourages me, motivates me in all things that I do. Like, even when I feel like I can't do it, he tells me I can. He's my biggest cheerleader. Every year he makes a post and says that I'm his teacher of the year no matter what. So it's just great to have somebody like that by your side to always encourage and motivate you. So that's my husband. Hey, babe.
Okay, all right, Barbershop Talk Live again. Give us some hearts, give us some laughs, because again, she's making us blush over here talking about that. Barbershop Talk Live again. Now, Ms. Lucky, let me ask you another question. When you're talking about getting into the teaching world,
Yes.
so what's the transition from getting into the teaching world? Give us the breakdown of how that works.
How did that happen for me? So I was always in corporate. So I did call center work. I've always been a customer service representative or a manager. And I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I took like an inventory test at a church. And it kind of tells you what your gift is and what you're supposed to be doing. So when I took that inventory, it said that I was supposed to be teaching Sunday school, or like I was supposed to be a teacher in a daycare. And I always knew that I wanted to teach, and I always knew that I wanted to teach business or marketing for various reasons. So I was a manager at Shoe Carnival. I got a phone call like, hey, are you still interested in teaching? I'm like, girl, yes.
Okay.
So the door opened up for me, and it's just been an elevation ever since. So the reason why I wanted to teach business and marketing specifically is because I saw so many of our young black kings getting arrested for selling drugs or having that type of mindset. And I felt like if I can teach you how to just shift your mindset and sell something that's legal, because you already got the hustle in you.
Right.
I just need to change your mindset. So if I can teach you a way to be an entrepreneur and make money to provide for your family or provide for yourself, then that's what I want to do. So that's what really encouraged me and motivated me to go into marketing and business teaching.
Okay. And again, you in your hometown.
I am.
Now, you originally from Augusta?
I am.
Okay. All right.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yep.
Augusta gone.
My whole family went to Josie, except for my daddy. He went to Laney. We'll excuse him, but everybody else is an Eagle.
Well, Barbershop Talk Live, we didn't know you was homegrown.
Yes.
But now, do you know where I'm from?
Where are you from? Are you from here?
We're going to take a quick commercial break because, listen, Lucky, I did my homework by checking up on you. You didn't do your homework to check up on me?
I got a lot of homework from UGA. I ain't have homework. I ain't have enough time to. But tell me.
You did a little Google search. What took long?
I know you just got an award for being the Good Samaritan of our city, so I do know that.
I did
Congratulations.
That. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad I got my flowers while I can smell them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. But my hometown, we get on that question. You don't know my hometown?
No.
A big city called Waycross, Georgia. That was a funny look you gave me. That was a funny look you gave me. You should be like, I just
Am I looking in the camera? You know how they get that glance there in the camera, like.
You supposed to say we just came through that last week. You supposed to give me some thumbs up when I say that.
Oh, congratulations.
Not that.
Waycross.
Waycross. Well, either way, I'll let you know what we're known for.
Okay, well, please tell me.
We are known for inventing the fried bologna sandwich.
Blank stare in the camera.
Lucky, you making me feel kind of ashamed when I say that.
Oh, I mean, okay, so tell me how that came about. Who invented the bologna sandwich?
Waycross.
But who?
You know the name of the guy?
Uh-huh.
His name was Edward Ware.
Okay, so
Googleable.
he invented the bologna sandwich?
The fried bologna.
The fried bologna sandwich.
It's a difference now.
Okay, you're right. It is.
You
With the ends curl up on, take the little red strip off. I don't eat bologna, but I definitely know about it.
Well, Google
Okay.
that.
Waycross, Georgia.
Yeah.
Mr. Ware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to go down
Do you eat fried bologna sandwiches? Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You put
hometown.
mayonnaise on
I
it?
gotta support the hometown.
Okay.
Yeah. You seem like you don't believe me.
No, I do.
Okay.
I do.
That's a look you just. Okay.
I definitely believe you.
Barbershop Talk Live again. We are live here at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Island Road. Telling Miss Lucky about the fried bologna invented in the big little city of Waycross, Georgia. She gonna get a chance to go down there real soon. I'll make sure she do that.
Okay, is it beef bologna or is it a certain type of bologna like Oscar Mayer bologna or is
Well,
it?
that came on later on.
Oh, okay,
That
okay,
came
okay,
later, but
okay.
The fried part, we invented that fried stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Big town.
And you know what? I grew up on fried bologna sandwiches.
Okay,
so
well, I gave you where it come from.
You did. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go to the store and get me some turkey bologna because I don't eat beef or pork, but I'll definitely get me a turkey bologna and think about our conversation. Waycross, Georgia.
Okay. Listen, I'm telling you, you'll be amazed.
Little known fact.
Little known fact. Right here on Barbershop Talk Live.
Okay.
Listen, Barbershop Talk Live, we got another question, but what I like to do, Ms. Lucky, when I bring on the guests to come on to the show, there's a lot of times I talk to the people in the community, and I get questions from them.
Okay.
They give me questions to ask the guests.
Absolutely.
So I be so much, as you see, I have so much I have to remember at the talk, and I try to make sure I don't forget stuff, so I jot stuff down.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the privilege of seeing my notes.
Okay.
Now you just tell me which question you want me to ask. Which one?
My perfect option said, "What's up?"
Oh, there you go. See there, you got everybody tuning in.
Hey.
So which question you want me to ask you?
That one.
Question 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
there you
go to question 2. Barbershop Talk Live again. Thank you for tuning into a special edition of Barbershop Talk Live with Miss Lucky in the chair. She want to go to question 2, so we're gonna go to question 2.
Okay.
Question 2 is just a very simple question. You can see it's simple.
I can.
The question is, if you wasn't teaching, what would you be doing? Remember now, I'm good. You have to tell me. You have to tell people Barbershop Talk Live world.
That's a good
the
question.
people want to know.
If I wasn't teaching, my dream job.
I mean, dream job.
My dream job would be a domestic engineer.
A domestic engineer.
Yes.
Okay.
For those who don't know, a housewife where I don't have to work, and my husband pays all the bills, and I get to go shopping. That's my dream job, domestic engineer.
You know he's watching when you say that.
Yes.
That's a big word. Domestic engineer.
Domestic engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live, if she was not a teacher, she'd be a domestic engineer. Walking around with bedroom shoes on, hair rollers in your head.
I don't know about the hair rollers. I'd be like, one of those Real Housewives of Potomac type, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
drinking tea, coffee.
Yeah, but I would probably still have my own little business and be in entrepreneurship some type of way, but definitely a domestic engineer.
Okay.
I'll stay home, clean, cook, make sure his meals are ready. I hire a nanny or whatever, do all the extra work that I don't want to do. So, yeah, that would be my dream.
That's
domestic engineer. Because you have to put everything together. Like, I have to coordinate.
Coordinate.
The engineering.
Coordinate.
Yeah.
It's something different. Different. Now, here's another question that I'm going to go to question 7. Can we jump down to question 7?
7 is good. I love 7.
So here's question 7. Question 7 is so crazy because I said earlier in our conversation that you have really been around every parts of this city, every parts of Georgia. You've been all over the place.
Yes.
And a lot of people saw you at the SBA Awards Gala.
They did. Yeah, that was my first time there.
That was your first time there?
It was.
No.
I had a great time. It was amazing. Shout out to Jamie Barbie for putting on such an amazing event for our city. We need that.
That was a great event.
It was.
And the crazy part about it, when they went to calling out different people's names and winners and all that, and a lot of them, I'm like, man, they did all this. I didn't know this person did it. I know that person did it. So when they call your name, because I was there also.
Okay.
I was there and I looked at
sir.
you. I'm like, man, this girl doing the thing.
The crazy thing is, when they called my name, I just sat there like, and it was like, get up. I was like, oh, I thought I was a runner up. Like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't want to just assume that I had won something. So when they called my name, I was like, oh my God, I actually won. I was surprised. I was shocked.
Your government name out?
Yeah,
they did. They said Shante Lucky Smith, and then I'm just sitting there, and I think Mike Gibson was beside me, and Dorian Harris, and I'm just talking to my friend Christina Watts, and I'm just talking, and they was like, girl, get up. And I'm like, huh, for real? Me?
Right.
So it was just a shocking moment, but I was definitely I felt so appreciative that people saw enough in me to vote for me as the Teacher of the Year.
Right.
That was great.
That's a big undertaking because, again, when your peers vote you as Teacher of the Year, that's a lot. Now, you know what? Let me skip a couple because when I say Teacher of the Year, sometimes the people at Barbershop Talk Loud World, they really don't understand what I'm saying. So I want you to look at that camera and tell them what does it take or what goes in. There we go. There we go. See, do you see? This is the award show gala right here.
Yeah.
And look, got your feet on the table and everything going on. So Barbershop Talk Live, you see what we see. This is a Teacher of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, can you tell the people what goes into being a Teacher of the Year? What type of sacrifice?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I just do what I feel comes natural. I do what I feel like the kids need. So whether that's bringing in businesses to talk to them about, giving them opportunities and outlets, or exposing them to different jobs, just loving on them. I do all things. I feed them, I cook for them, I throw them parties, I just do whatever I feel like they deserve or I should be doing for them. So it's no rule book. It's nothing that I have to write out. If I have something in my mind like, oh, I want this person to come talk to them, because I had a student that said that they wanted to be a nurse, and she's a nurse, so if I bring I don't know how many other nurses in my classroom, let me have them come talk to the whole school. I had PJ Ware and Nada Nichelle come in 2 years in a row, and unbeknownst to me, I had people that wanted to open up a food truck, and they wanted to start their own restaurant, and I'm like, see what exposing them to different things brings out, and so I don't know what the definition of Teacher of the Year is, but I just know what I love to do for my kids. So it's a passion.
Basically, what you're telling the people at Barbershop Talk Loud World is you really wasn't trying to be a teacher. You're just trying to do what you've been doing.
Right.
You're just doing what you've been called to do.
Exactly.
You're just doing what God gave you to do.
Exactly.
And everybody noticed it.
Yeah, I'm just walking in my purpose.
You're just walking in your purpose.
That's it.
So you've been called to do what you do. And again, people see that, and they honored you, and they gave you the award as Teacher of the Year.
Yeah.
And again, that's amazing because not just anybody, your peers voted for you.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. Like, it was a write-in nomination,
Right.
so it was not like the people's name were on a ballot. Individuals had to actually type your name in on the ballot. So, and that's another reason why I didn't think that my name was going to get called, because there's so many other great teachers in Richmond County in the CSRA. I don't claim to be the only one.
Right.
It's so many. So it was just an honor. It was
Okay.
an honor.
Well, that leads me into question 9.
Okay.
Question 9 is okay with you?
Question 9 is fine.
Question 9. So here's question 9. Again, these are not my questions. I would never ask these questions. These questions come from the community. I would never embarrass you with these questions, but the people want to know.
Okay.
The people want to know. Do you feel, based on the Teacher of the Year awards, all the different things you've been getting over the years, and all the recognition, do you feel that you are lucky or you blessed?
I'm definitely blessed. Lucky is just a name. It's a surname that was passed on to me from my grandfather. But I'm definitely blessed, because never in a million years did I think that I would be so fulfilled by being these kids' teacher. I always say my purpose is bigger than my paycheck.
Okay.
So what I do for these kids, there's no amount of money that you could ever pay me to do what I do for them. Sometimes I go broke, like I have to hide it from my husband. Like, you taking that to the school? You bought that for the school? I did, babe. It's okay. Like, I need this for my kids. But I'm definitely blessed. I'm blessed. The messages and the hugs and the love that I get for these kids is just so fulfilling. Like, you just never know how they will impact your life.
Right.
And every day, like just yesterday, I got a message from one of my students, and it brought me to tears. A week before they started testing, I had a movie day planned for these kids. And I was like, okay, everybody wear your pajamas. We're going to come in my room. We're going to have a movie day. I popped them popcorn. I cooked hot dogs. We had nachos. It looked like a little movie theater in my room.
Right.
So then a teacher came to me and she was like, Miss Lucky, I need you to come out. We got an emergency.
Right.
So I walk out the room and she was like, I had a mishap in my family. So I'm crying for her, and I don't even know her like that, but I just started crying. She's like, don't cry. Don't cry. But when I came back in, the kids were circled around with roses. And it was like, Miss Lucky, we just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. And that broke me down to tears. So it's just like, that's what I do it for them.
So now, Lucky, back in my days, when I was going to school, it seemed like the teachers always had it. But why now, when we in this time, the teachers got to come out their pocket to make sure the kids got what they need for this? Even the school has paper and pencil. So what changed from your time to this time now?
I think for me, we of course have the essentials that we need, but I'm always the above and beyond teacher.
Okay.
So if I want to do something for them, I'm going to make a way. Whether it's reaching out to the community and say, hey, I need donations, or whether it's reaching into my own pocket, because I feel like they're worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Barbershop Talk Live. Listen again. Get into this conversation. Call us at 706-426-1533. Remember, this is a live conversation. This is a live show. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. If you don't want to call us, put your question or put your comment on the screen. We'll answer any and all comments. Again, Barbershop Talk is always live. But listen, I see we got some people that's watching. We got Johnny watching. We got, so many people watching. Connie Jordan watching.
Hey,
It's a
Connie.
crazy show. They are glad to see you. They are glad to see you. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, we're gonna go to a commercial break in a few minutes, but before we go to this commercial break, I wanna do what PJ's watching.
Hey, PJ.
Everybody know PJ. Now, can I do something? Can I do a what I call Barbershop Talk Live name drop?
Okay.
When I drop these names now, you got to tell. Don't even tell me, because I already know what you probably say. You got to tell the people in the Barbershop Talk Live world. So we got a few more minutes for the commercial break. So I'm just gonna call out a few names.
Okay.
Name drop. Tell us what those names mean to you.
Okay.
Simple. First person come to mind, Dorian Harris.
Innovative.
Okay. Innovative.
Innovative. The way that he took something as simple as bingo and turned it into ratchet bingo, and now he's touring all over. And he's also a T.W. Josie Eagle. Shout out.
He's an Eagle too?
Definitely,
Got
15th
to be more
Street.
careful. I do that.
Yes. But I definitely feel like he's an innovator, creator.
Okay.
He's definitely so. Yeah.
Well, now you lead me to another name, Jamie Barber.
Oh yeah, Jamie. What word can I use for her? Just a boss.
A boss.
She's definitely a boss of all things. A boss of real estate, boss of nails. Like the way that she took her craft and her skill and taught her child. Now her child is now an entrepreneur, and she leveled up. I mean, she does treats, she sells houses. Like, she puts on this big gala every year, and I know that's not a small feat, but you know, so she's definitely a boss.
Now, before we go to commercial break, I'm going to throw this name at you. Now, I might have a few names after the commercial break. Let me throw this one name at you. Remember, I know what you're going to say, but you got to tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live World, Jordan Johnson.
Oh, that's my favorite commissioner.
That's it. These names, you see it right here. You see the names. You see the names. I can't make this stuff up.
Jordan Johnson, definitely I would say leader. Leader. Like, he inspires you to do something. Okay. You know, like, just to watch him work with, my first encounter with him was during Hurricane Helene. Okay. And just to see how he poured back into his city and kept us informed of what was going on, like, it made me want to just do more. It made me want to do more. So he's an excellent leader. Shout out to you, Jordan Johnson. He's my favorite commissioner.
All right, Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, do you mind if I take a commercial break?
Go ahead. And I can take some.
Barbershop Talk Live, again, we want to give you the information that's coming up on the screen. This portion of Barbershop Talk Live is brought to you by Augusta Housing and Community Development. Also, right here in Augusta, Georgia, good friend LaShondra Corley. So Barbershop Talk Live, my good friend Edward Wright is on the screen talking about the massage therapy, massaging your bones, giving you stress relief, healing on your body. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to talk, again, more conversation with Miss Luckie. Remember, she ain't lucky, she blessed.
I'm blessed.
She said she blessed. So listen, watch the screen, get the information. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hello and welcome. Here at the Right Bodywork and Wellness, we provide you with bodywork you can rely on to increase body improvement. WBW provides free consultations to better understand the reasoning for your visit. When a client experiences a WBW massage, they can expect it to be thorough and thought through. The massage is customized to each session. Muscles are handled with care, specifically and individually stretched. Creating a wellness vision to sustain a space of personal comfort, relaxation, and a state of well-being for clients that may endure. With over a dozen different modalities to fit your needs, so we can ensure a quality and well-addressed service. We provide excellent services to athletes and clients of all ages in need. If interested, call or visit the website to schedule your appointment today.
Barbershop Talk Live, we're back here at Jay's Place Barbershop at 1927 Island Road. Listen, again, that was my good friend, Mr. Edward Wright, give you information about your body, about your muscles, how to relieve stress, how to make you feel good about your body. So again, I hope you had the information, wrote it down, jotted it down, put in your memory break. Again, my good friend Edward Wright, right here in Augusta, Georgia. So listen, stick and stay and get in contact with him, please. Also, my good friend, Miss Luckie, is back in the hot seat. You good?
I'm good.
Listen, before we went to our commercial break, we was talking about name drops.
Yeah.
We just dropped a few names. Now, as I was on the commercial break, another name came to my mind.
Okay.
This guy has been everywhere, and almost every other where.
Okay.
Now, you see him all the time, and sometimes you see him in places, like, how you get over there?
Okay.
How you doing this? What are you doing now? Again, don't tell me, because I already know what you're going to say. You can't tell me. You got to tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live World, what does PJ wear mean to you? See these questions I'm giving to you?
PJ. I would say PJ is a true definition of a hustler, of a go-getter, of a waymaker type of vibe is what I get. Like, when he came into my classroom, of course, he shared his story with my students to kind of encourage them not to go down the wrong path, but to see how you started selling food just off of a Facebook post from your house, and now you have changed that and turned that into not only a restaurant, but you have a charter bus that you have revamped and made it into a food truck. And then Nada, you brought, y'all are in partnership, and you about to open up a barber shop and so it's just like amazement. It's amazing. Like
Okay.
he inspires me.
Right.
And I don't even sell anything. Like so, like what can I do?
Right. That's motivation for you.
Definitely motivation.
That's
Motivation. Mm-hmm.
Barbershop Talk Live again. We just dropped the one more last name. That last name was PJ Ware. If you get a chance to go by and see PJ Ware right here on the Gordon Highway, Augusta, Georgia. What it's called?
Kitchen King.
Kitchen King. She said it better than I could say it. So again, go back and check him out. Great deal, great information, and great food with PJ Ware right here in Augusta, Georgia. Now listen, we want to get back on the conversation. And one of the things that you're doing in the CSRA, as you said earlier, you are empowering young kids.
Yes.
And more likely, I guess we can say young black kids.
Yes.
So what you're doing, you're trying to make sure they get into the entrepreneurship mindset.
Yes.
Get into entrepreneurship world.
Right.
And also get the vision to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So I already know, Shantae, I'm really lucky, I know all that stuff. But you got to tell the people in the Barbershop Talk Live world, what is an entrepreneur? That's a big word now.
It is. An entrepreneur is someone that's willing to take a risk on a idea that nobody else can see or understand. So it's just a mindset. A lot goes into being an entrepreneur. Leadership is part of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Customer service.
Customer service.
Yes.
Okay.
Marketing.
Okay.
Management. So all of those things deal with entrepreneurs. And even if you don't want to, I tell my kids, even if you don't want to run your own business, the skills that you have to be an entrepreneur, those are transferable skills that you can take with you on any job you step foot into.
So can we throw the word vision in there?
Vision, yes.
Can we throw that word in there?
Absolutely.
As an entrepreneur, because if you have the vision to see it,
Yes.
and that'll give you a little more push to get into that,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Because I guess I can say is solving a problem that you see.
Yes. It
Is
could
that
be, yes. So it could be solving a problem. Like, for example, I make them do different projects. So they had to create a food truck. They had to create an amusement park. So they saw the work that goes into it, but this was their own vision. Their own vision. Whatever you decide you want to sell on your food truck, that's your vision. It's different from anybody else's. The name of it is different from anybody else's. So if they can see it, then I feel like they can believe that they can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live world, please get into this conversation because again, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to have first some vision.
You have to have vision.
And you better be disciplined.
You got to be
And
disciplined.
you better be able to be manageable.
Manageable.
I didn't say it, she said it. Barbershop Talk Live world, get into this conversation again. If you have a question or comment, you don't want to call us, put the question or comment on the screen. We'd be glad to answer any of our comments. My good friend, Miss Luckie Charmz, is in the hot seat tonight on Barbershop Talk Live. Now, Miss Luckie, I want to ask another question. And this is a question that you might already know the answer, but I got to ask it.
Okay.
Here's a question. Why are people following you? Why are people believing in you? What you selling? Because again, you telling us some stuff that if the people don't know you, we got to believe you. So what are you selling to the public and to the also not the public but to the kids? And when I say the kids, I'm also referring to the parents of these kids.
Yeah.
What are you selling?
Myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I think that because I am so relatable,
Okay.
that I have the type of rapport and relationship with my students the way that I do.
Okay.
And then the parents see that.
Okay.
So I've had a parent like, my child won't talk about you. You his favorite teacher. All he's talking about Miss Luckie, Miss Luckie, Miss Luckie. So I'm so glad to meet you. And it's like, wow, really?
Yeah.
I thought he hated my class. But, I think it's because I'm relatable. And I, especially at Josie, when I first started there, I had my diploma on my desk. I keep my diploma on my desk.
Okay.
Because no matter what you decide to do after you graduate, this is everybody's common goal in this school, is to get one of these.
Okay.
That's everybody's goal.
Okay.
And I share my stories with them. I wasn't always a good kid. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, I cut school. I did those things that they probably do now.
Okay.
But I shared that with them to let them know that, you are not where you are right now in life is not going to determine where you're going to be 10 years from now. Okay. So I think me selling myself, my personality, and I don't think I'm selling anything. Well, I am selling because that's a part of marketing. I'm marketing myself.
Yeah, right.
So I market myself. I market my class. I market the fun that we have in the class, the things that we do, and I think that's the reason why people are really drawn to it because I really put it out there. And I'm not saying I'm the only teacher that does it. I'm sure it's hundreds of teachers in Augusta that do it. But do you put it out there for other people to see that you're doing it? Because how do they know what you're doing with their kids if you're not marketing it, if you're not showing it? And that's why I do it. I do it because I don't want the students at Josie to fall into that stigma of 15th Street. Those are bad kids. They don't do anything there. They always getting in trouble. We have so much going on in our school. So what better way for me, if I'm a marketing teacher, I'm going to market my school. I'm going to show you all the good things that we are doing at our school.
You know, I think one of the things that might be that you're doing that other people are watching and paying attention to is your discipline.
Okay, yeah.
They are really watching your discipline because, as you know, this day and age, this generation is a different level. So if they can see that you're disciplined to handle all type of kids, I mean, young, old, girls, boys, because again, that discipline that you got to have to display to those kids and also to those parents, they say, okay, she might be the one.
Yeah.
She might be what we've been looking for because they're watching you.
Yeah.
They really watch it because, again, I asked the question, what you selling. Some of that, what you selling is your discipline, your concern, your cares, your emotions. Because, I mean, my wife is a teacher. She's been teaching for many, many years, and that whole world of teaching, administrative, and there was a time when my wife brought some of the kids home. I'm like, why you brought this girl home? The mama, what called the mama, and spent the weekend with us.
Yeah.
So all of that goes into that discipline and all that. When you see the need, you see the need of this child needs some clothes, you go buy the clothes. They're hungry, you go buy the food.
I do.
So that's kind of a lot. I mean, you're a caretaker in so many ways.
I am.
Can I call you a caretaker?
Yes, I am.
Barbershop Talk Loud, we have a caretaker in our seat. We have an entrepreneur in our seat. Somebody that's disciplined, has the vision, has the management skills. You're doing it.
Thank you.
You're doing it.
Thank you. I think my background in management kind of helped me with classroom management. Because if you can manage adults, then I feel like you could be able to manage some kids. Yeah.
Well, now, now, are you doing like after school care also, maybe some tutoring? Are you into that field?
I don't. Now, I am the DECA advisor. So DECA stands for Distributive Educative Clubs of America. So we meet after school. Well, we used to meet after school. I used to prepare them for competitions on state level, regional level. So I would meet with them about those things, but not necessarily tutoring them. So yeah, no, I don't do any tutoring.
No tutoring. Okay. I'm about to say, give us the website.
Your child might fail if you have me as a tutor. You don't want me to tutor them. Just let me teach them. Just let me teach.
Just teach. Okay.
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live. Now listen to me, Lucky. I got to go back to question 3.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't care?
I'm good.
Okay. Now question 3. Remember, these questions are not my questions. I would never do that to you. I would make sure these are coming from the public and from the community. They want to know.
Okay.
They just love to know. So they also want to know, what would the 16-year-old Lucky, what would you tell the 16-year-old Lucky now? If we can go back to your 16-year-old age.
Yes.
You see it. What would you tell the 16-year-old Lucky?
Okay. That's a good question.
You've been through a lot.
I have.
You've seen a lot.
I have.
You've done a lot. How would you prepare that 16-year-old?
What would I tell my 16-year-old self? First of all, the first thing I would tell her is love yourself more.
Okay.
And believe in yourself.
Okay.
Because if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Because at 16 years old, I doubted myself a lot.
Okay.
And I don't think that I truly love myself in the manner that I love myself now.
Okay.
And I think that if I had loved myself a little bit more then, I would be much further. But everything happens for a reason. And I feel like I had to go through those things so I can be the type of person to pour into those kids and see what they're going through so I can speak to them like, girl, I've been there.
You've been there.
Yes.
You know about it.
So I had to go through it so I can be the type of mentor and the teacher that I am to some of these young girls and some of these young men.
Okay. So are you telling people in the Barbershop Talk Live world there's really no preference? When I say no preference, are we telling us that you really want to put more focus on the girls, more focus on the guys, or just get them all a hand up? Just to get them some type of encouragement?
I focus on both, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had some young men tell me, like, you're my school mom. You know, just like my mama, but at school.
Okay.
And then I have girls that kind of cling to me and say that I'm their mentor. They call me like you like my auntie.
Okay.
So I don't have any preference, whether it's a girl or a young man. I feel like both of them have teachable moments.
Okay.
And I think that I can kind of inspire and motivate each one of them in different areas of their life.
Okay.
Even though I don't have any sons, and I think I kind of cling to some of my young men a little bit more because I don't have a son.
Okay.
So I be on them real hard,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, listen, Barbershop Talk Live World, as you know, we are always live. Anything can and we happen on Barbershop Talk Live. It's never a scripted show. We never know what's going to happen. But that being said, we did get a chance to talk to some of the students that let them know that you'll be on the show tonight. So, and they really wanted to be here. So, Jerry, if you don't mind, we can bring the kids on in and let them just show the love to their teachers right here. So while they're coming in, we would.
I was about to start crying. Like, wait, don't do that. Because what you don't know is I'm a crybaby.
You a crybaby?
I am
You
a crybaby.
No,
And
you're
if
not.
they would have walked in here, they would like, Miss Lucky, start crying. Before, I'm a waterworks. I'm a bucket of water. Like,
You never know, right?
right. You
Okay.
had me scared. What? No.
Man, but you never know. Hey,
You're right.
keep tuning in Barbershop Talk Live. You never know what can happen. So we are always glad that you're doing what you need to do for the students.
Thank
and
you.
also giving the parents some assurance that they're getting the right education,
Absolutely.
right encouragement from the students and from you.
Yeah.
Because it takes a village. It
Definitely.
always takes a village to raise the kids, and
Yes.
also when you have the input from the parents and also from the coworkers.
Right.
Because they're there to help you out also from if you fall
Absolutely.
short on some stuff.
Yep.
So Barbershop Talk Live World want to know what is your legacy? What if it all stops right now?
Mm-hmm.
What would you want to be remembered for?
My compassion.
Compassion.
And,
Okay.
yeah, the way that I care for others.
Okay.
I would want to be remembered as that person that poured back into her community.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know, and we know that you already said that your husband is at work and he might
Yeah.
be watching.
Yeah.
He might just take a peek and watch this show. So that being said, Ms. Lucky, if he's watching and everybody you know is watching, well, I got to ask this question because it's on the paper. I got to ask this question.
Okay.
If you're doing all what you're doing for the students, for the community, for the Eagle Nation, for all of that, again, these are not my questions. I wouldn't do that to you. We want to know, when do the family get their time?
Oh, okay. That's a really good. That's
We want-
actually a good question.
I just want to know when the family get their time because again, you green and gold.
Yeah, I
You
am.
bleed it.
I am.
When do the family get their time?
So when I get off of work, when I get off, so I mean, I am a mother and I am a wife, and I do have to kind of do work-life balance. So my husband is, I'm grateful for him because he's very understanding, and he knows how much I love what I do and how much I love the kids. And I also have a very active daughter, so typically when I get home from work, I have to run her here or run her there. So the weekend is typically like our time. If he's off from work, then we try to go on dates. We love going to Candlelight Music every Sunday since that has started back up.
Okay.
So those are just some things that we like to do, and sometimes we just like to veg out at home and watch a movie together.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I definitely have started with the work-life balance because I'm also in school. I'm a teacher. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I have many hats, but I definitely still make time for my husband and my kids.
Remember, I'm good. They want to know. They want to know now when you got They told me to ask you. They told me to ask the question. I asked the question.
Yeah, we're actually going on a family vacation in 2 more weeks, so I'm excited about that. And then we're taking a family cruise to Belize and Cozumel and Honduras for a seven-day cruise. So I'm excited about that. We always try to go somewhere, like every year. So yeah, we make time for each other.
Okay, cool. Barbershop Talk Live World again. Get into this conversation again. My good friend Miss Lucky Charmz is in the hot seat tonight. Call us at 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. That's a live call-in number. You talk to myself or talk to my guest tonight. Looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to seeing you. Lucky. Now, I feel it. I can feel what you're telling me. I can also just imagine what you're about to say, but this is a question that the world want to know. What is your relationship with the Lord? What is your relationship with God? Because you can't just do all this stuff just being lucky.
No,
It just
that's
don't
just
happen.
a name.
I
That's
mean,
literally just a name.
what is your relationship with the Lord?
I definitely have a strong relationship with God. Am I a member of a church? I'm not.
Okay.
However, that does not diminish the faith that I have. I know that I've only made it as far as I have because of him. It's so many times that I gave up on myself, and obviously he saw more in me than I saw in myself, and that's why I'm where I am today. He has equipped me with the things that I needed to be who I am to these kids, and not only to these kids, but my children and my husband, and for myself. And I really feel blessed. Like I always post, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm blessed. So I'm thankful that he saw what he sees in me when I didn't see it. I'm grateful that I was given the opportunity of my dream job, because teaching is actually my dream job, not a domestic engineer.
Oh yeah.
But teaching is definitely my dream job, and I'm blessed to be able to live in it. I'm blessed to be able to walk in the gift and the purpose that he has for me. Because some people don't have that opportunity, and I just want to continue to walk in my purpose.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live World again. This is a conversation that we're having. If you just tune in and just join us right now, we're talking to Luckie Charmz. She's letting us know about the entrepreneurship world.
Yeah.
Letting us know about the management world.
Yes.
Giving us all the skill that you need to be your own boss. And that being said, Ms. Luckie, how do you look at a child and probably encourage them to be entrepreneurship in the world? Because again, what did you see in that child to say, well, maybe you can own your business? What is it that can make that child, make that parent, or make anybody in that sense feel that they are able to accomplish that goal to be their own boss? What are some of the steps? Is it a feeling that you see in that person? It's a conversation in that person?
It's a conversation. So we always start off with conversations, and I always ask them, if you were given the opportunity to open up your own business, what would it be? So that's the initial question. And of course you have some people say, well, I want to be a hairstylist, I want to be a record producer, or I want to be this, and I just feed off of that. So everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. Some people say, well, I want to be a doctor, or I want to go into criminal justice, I want to be a lawyer. However, entrepreneurship is still in those things, because at the end of the day, guess what? If you're a lawyer, you got to sell yourself. You got to sell your business. Right. If you're a doctor, you still want other people to know that you are a good physician, or you're a good. So you still have to sell yourself. So no matter what you do, you're still an entrepreneur. Whether you're an electrician, HVAC person, because you still want people to know. You could work for Busby's, but you're working for a company, but you want them to know that I'm the best HVAC person. So you have to put yourself out there. So it's always a conversation of what do you want to do, and after they tell me what it is that they want to do, then I try to help them fulfill those dreams however I can.
Now, did you know what I really wanted to be when I was growing up?
What's that?
A preacher.
Okay, I can see that.
You can see that?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see that.
I can.
Look at me.
CSA Barbershop Talk Live World. There was a time that I wanted to preach.
Okay. You have that preacher about you. You know that.
Yeah.
Your delivery. Yeah.
Okay. It was in me.
Okay.
And one time they tried to bring it out of me.
Okay.
But I suppressed it.
You suppressed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you never know. The word is always in me.
It is.
It's always in
and
me.
you always spreading the word.
Always spreading the word.
Yeah.
You know, with people like you to come on the Barbershop Talk Live, because they didn't come to hear me, they come to see you. And they want to know what you're doing for the community. So Barbershop Talk Live has a question that we want to know: how can we keep following you? How can we keep staying close to what you're doing, because you got so many things that you're coming out with?
Yes.
We want to know what's going on in your world.
Okay. How can you help Luckie Charmz? Help me help the kids.
Okay.
That's first and foremost. So if I give you an invitation to come out to my classroom to talk to my students, please come. Because I'm not just inviting you because of who you are. I'm inviting you because of what you can be for these kids. So whatever your walk of life is, whatever business, if you're in business, entrepreneur, if you're a professional, whatever you do, you have a word for my kids. So you can follow me at Luckie Charmz on Facebook. That's Luckie. Second name Charmz, Charmz, as in zebra. So that's why I really post all of my stuff. That's how you can help me. Just help me help my kids. I don't ask for much, but maybe 45 minutes of your time for a class period. If you would like to bring in snacks, we love food. Okay. But whatever, any way that you feel like you can volunteer and help serve and pour back into our kids, I'm greatly appreciative of all of that.
So that being said, Lucky, what can you do to help the community? When I say the community, we're talking about the government side of the community. As you said earlier, your good commissioner is Jordan Johnson.
Yes.
So if Jordan needs you right now to make a change for the Augusta-Richmond County area, what area would you see needs improvement on?
I would say maybe getting our kids out to vote.
Okay.
I know he's a part of Georgia Shift, and I started to wear that T-shirt tonight where it says, we are your next leaders, So I really feel like getting them involved and showing them, because a lot of kids like, well, why I need to vote? Ain't nothing to happen. But I think if we can educate more of our young black women and young black men on how their vote actually does make a difference, not necessarily nationwide, but just locally, and the changes that we can make locally can have a ripple effect. So I think that's where I would be better served if he asked me to help.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live. We always live on Jay's Place Barbershop. Listen, I think we got it all out.
Yeah.
We had a good time?
We had a great time.
Did we forget anything?
I don't think so.
Nah, you don't mind. I go to question 12.
I don't think you left any stone unturned. I think we flipped them all over.
We can go to question 12 if need to.
We got a name drop me.
Oh, now there's also more names. We can drop some more names. Want to drop some more names?
Go ahead.
Well, here's a name drop. When this name come to mind, what do you feel about this name I'm going to drop to you?
Okay.
Now think about it hard. Think about it hard. John Milton.
That's a really good question.
Barbershop Talk Live again. The name we just name dropping. We about to end this conversation, but right now we just name dropping. John Milton is on the sheet. We just came. What do you think about John Milton?
I think that John Milton provides a platform for the community, so the entire community can know. We can know each other, because there's many people that may not have heard of Lucky Charmz, or many people that may not have heard of the PJ Wear, the Jordan Johnson, or even know who these people are, but you give them the opportunity. So I think that you winning that award of Good Samaritan just really speaks volumes for what you do in our community. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I appreciate that. And that's John Milton. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live, we always live each and every Wednesday on Facebook and also on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our Facebook page. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Listen, don't forget about those events we got coming up. June the 8th, Classy and Dapper Soiree. Yours truly be on the red carpet hosting that event, so I'm looking forward to seeing you, and especially you at that event. 2 to 7. Again, that's Dapper and Sassy Soiree. Barbershop Talk always live. Don't forget about June the 13th, June the 14th. Bogus Hill Landing right there in North Augusta. We're looking forward to seeing you, Miss Natanya Tillman. Say, get over there.
Hey,
put the boots on. This is going to be a crazy show. But DJ Will, call him at 803-215-3838. Again, that's 803-215-3838. June 13th, June 14th. Looking forward to seeing you. Get your tickets and put the boots on. You got a fan?
I do.
Bring the fan.
I got a white one and a gold one.
Fan. Bring the fan.
I started to bring it today, but I didn't want to be extra.
Bring the doggone fan. Listen, don't forget about also my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter, Whip, Senate, Shea Butter. Call at 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Listen, also don't forget about my good friend Alan Odom, Pawn Maintenance, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to giving a call for you. Also, don't forget about June the 22nd. June the 22nd, what am I referring to? I'm referring to our Health and Wellness Fair. Angelic Community Resources putting together this fair every year for the past 25 years right there at Payne College. Looking forward to seeing you and you. Don't forget about it. Listen, the times from 2 to 6 at Payne College in the Hill Complex. Looking forward to seeing you. Get your blood pressure checked. Get your diabetes screening. Get your health, get your weight checked. Also, get your HIV test done. Going to be a lot of different vendors in the house. Breast cancer awareness, diabetes screening. Also, financial advisors going to be there. Good food, free food, music. Also provided by DJ J Will, 803-215-383. Looking forward to seeing you at the Health and Wellness Fair, June 22nd at Payne College. Listen, a lot of big things.
John, we know we got a new vendor too.
We got
new vendor just signed up.
We got vendors signing up. Vendor signing up.
Yeah, Lucky Charmz.
Lucky Charmz just signed up to be a vendor. She's going to be there, give you information about what she does in the community. Listen, come by the table and come see Miss Lucky Charmz at Payne College, June 22nd. She's going to be a vendor. She just signed up tonight during the commercial break. She'll be there, take pictures with her, shake her hand, give her some high fives. It's like to subscribe to our Facebook page again, June 22nd at Payne College, our annual HIV Awareness Fair. We're looking forward to see you. Also, many different prizes, many different giveaways. So listen, all we want you to do is know your status. Know your status. That's what we want you to do. Now, Lucky, before we get out of here, I hate to not ask question 13.
Go ahead.
You don't mind?
I don't.
Question 13, Barbershop Talk Live is a simple question. It's so simple. I think I know the answer to this question, but the people at Barbershop Talk Live work, they might not know.
Okay.
And it's simple.
Okay.
What is something we don't know about you? Something that we don't know about. What we don't. So we know you teach. We know you inspire. We know you educate. We know you do all that. But something that we don't know about Miss Lucky. What did you, in other words, do you walk around with your shoes off in the grass?
I do.
What is something we don't know about you?
I do.
That'll surprise us.
I'm a crybaby.
Okay.
I cry off of commercials.
Okay.
I'm a foodie.
You're foodie.
I love eating food. I love trying different ethnicities of food.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. What else? I love. Oh yeah. I'm not a domestic engineer. I actually have to clean and cook my own stuff at home.
Okay.
But I what's a good thing? I'm a homebody.
You homebody.
I'm a homebody.
So you still drink out the mayonnaise jars?
Never did that before. A mayonnaise jar?
You don't drink out the mayonnaise jars no more?
Maybe a mason jar,
The
but
mayonnaise. I'm talking about the Hellmann's.
no.
You don't drink out.
Never did that.
Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, she does not drink out the mayonnaise jars. I thought that's what she did. That's something we didn't know she do, but apparently she don't does it. She don't does it. Is that a word?
I think they do that in Waycross. Not Augusta.
Bobby,
Wait,
don't
bro.
put my city down.
I'm just saying, I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying that's where it came from. Y'all fry bologna sandwiches and y'all drink out of mayonnaise jars. We don't do that here.
You don't do that here?
We might eat pig feet and watermelon, but I ain't never heard nobody drink out of mayonnaise jar.
What in the world?
I haven't heard that.
It's a good thing the show is over, because I tell you, you own it, doggone it. Barbershop Talk Live. And listen, before we get out of here, anything you want to tell the people before we leave out of here?
Just thank you for all of your support. I see Trav, God Brother Trav there. I mean, just everybody who has ever nominated me for anything, that has been following me, that has supported my classroom, donated to my classroom, just gave an encouraging word. Thank you. I appreciate you all.
All right. Well, listen, Barbershop Talk Live is ready to get out of here. Listen, again, before we get out of here, I got to give you something.
Okay.
Can I give you something?
Can I get a T-shirt?
Well, you never know what we'll give you. With Barbershop Talk is always live. We got to give you something.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you something that'll keep you inspired, keep you motivated, keep you encouraged.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yes.
So we're gonna give you.
I love gifts.
We're gonna give you this.
Okay.
We're gonna give you that.
All right.
Now, if you don't know what that is, Ms. Lucky, that is a red challenge flag all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, from the Atlanta Falcons football stadium.
So you just throw it in the air like
We're
that?
gonna challenge you.
Okay.
So once you throw it in the air and drop it on the floor, we're gonna give you some challenges. You ready? Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, the flag is hit the floor now. I have to give you a series of challenges.
Okay.
The first challenge is always a simple challenge. All the challenges are very simple, but you have to make sure that you meet and exceed the challenges.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
First of all, you have to continue to be an entrepreneurship teacher. You have to continue to encourage these students, encourage the parents, let them know that you are the person that you will allow them to give them encouragements to.
Yes.
So that's simple. Just to keep encouraging.
I can do that.
You can do that.
I can
so Barbershop
absolutely do
Talk
that.
Live, your next challenge is to continue to make sure your husband have his time.
I can do that.
That's a big challenge. Make sure the kids have their time.
I definitely will.
That's a pretty good challenge.
Yes.
Live up to that challenge first.
I will.
Live up to that challenge.
I know he gonna replay, rewind this, and play it like.
Yes.
Did you hear what he said?
Give him some time. That's a challenge you better meet.
I will.
Barbershop Talk Live, she's been challenged. Very simple challenge. I believe she can do it. But listen, now I have to challenge you. I have to give you a series of challenges to make sure you pay attention to the conversation that we had thus far. It was an enlightened conversation. It was an educational conversation. It was also funny conversation.
It was.
It was good.
It was.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
But listen, I got to get him something.
Okay.
I got to get him something. Barbershop Talk Live, we're going to give you a $15 gift card from Buffalo Wild Wings, and also going to give you a get-in free card from the Scene on Broad, and also a Top Chef drink free.
Okay.
Free. Michael Warren does it.
Okay.
Barbershop Talk Live, $15 gift card from Buffalo Wild Wings. These gifts are yours. Only way you get them, you got to answer a question. Matter of fact, 3 questions.
Okay.
You ready for these questions? Remember, the first question is always a simple question. The first question is so simple, you can't get it wrong. You can't get it wrong. First question is a simple question. The first question is, what is her first name? Got to be more careful. I've been saying Lucky, but it ain't really Lucky. What is it? Barbershop Talk Live. What is her first name? She said it. I know it. You Google it. You know who she is. First question is very simple. What is her first name? That's easy. Listen, don't forget the gift card belongs to you, $15, and also a gift card from Buffalo Wild Wings, and also the Scene on Broad is yours. Listen, that was the first question. Simple, right?
That was very easy.
That's very easy. Everybody know that.
Everybody know my first name.
Should be lighting up the airways right now. But here comes the second question.
Okay.
Second question might be a little simple too. We're gonna see how it goes. She's gonna see how it goes. What university did she graduate from? Got to be more careful. She said it early in the conversation. I know you heard it. I heard it. Barbershop Talk Live. She said it. She said it. The university she graduated from. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live want to get you these gifts in your hand. Listen, the third question is very, very simple. Also, maybe a little tricky. Maybe a little tricky to the third question.
What's the
third question? You better pay attention to this conversation. What is her husband's name?
That's
Got
a good
to be
one.
more careful. You got the questions right. Listen, get these gift cards, get these prizes. Come see me 1927 Olive Road. If you pay attention to the conversation, I got this for you. Remember, Barbershop Talk is always live. Listen, first question is, what is her real name? What is her first name? That's simple, right? That's simple. The second question is, what university is she graduated from? Here's the third question. The third question is, what is her husband's name? He meet the time. The challenge. You said you're going to meet the challenge.
Yes.
You said it. Barbershop
Babe,
Talk.
call in. Type the answers in, babe.
This is, look, $15 Buffalo Wild Wings.
Look, that's an appetizer for us.
Y'all
You know I
better
like to eat.
Tell him to call in. 706-426-1533. Call us. Look at the Top Chef drink. The Scene on Broad. And the gift. Listen, first question. Do I need to repeat the questions?
Do it one more time.
One more time.
Just in case they ain't hear you.
What is her real first name? It ain't Lucky.
It's not.
It's not. Second question is, what university she graduated from? Third question is, what is her husband's name? Got to be more covered. If they don't get this right, I'm going to shut this program down. This is so simple. This is a great conversation. Listen, if you want to be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, please, ma'am, please, sir, inbox. We'll be glad to have you a sponsor. We'll promote your gift, your products, your event, and whatever you got going on. And also, you want to be a guest in the hot seat, give us a call, or you can also inbox me. We'll be glad to have you a guest on the hot seat. Barbershop Talk is always live. Listen, like and subscribe to our Facebook page. Give me some hearts. Give me some likes. No matter what you do, continue to support each and everybody in the community. Whether you know them or not, we all need to support each other. We all need each other help. So again, Barbershop Talk is always here for you. Remember, I don't want to know. The people want to know. The people want to know what's going on. So again, if you want to know what's going on, tune in to Barbershop Talk Live each and every Wednesday. So to my crew behind the scene, to my people that make this thing work, the people that make me look good, thank you, thank you, thank you. My good friend DJ J. Will, Rod, Fumu. Wow, it's so many behind the scenes. Y'all just don't know. It's a lot of people make me look good. So thank you to all my guests, to all my supporters, all the crew, Barbershop Talk Live. Again, anything you want to tell before we get out of here?
No. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for
and
watching.
Call in and give the right answers, babe.
Get this stuff, man.
Get the stuff.
Get this stuff.
Hey, Demetrius.
Who that? That's Beverly Body Butter?
Yes, I love her body butter.
Body butter.
Love
Listen, y'all better get these gifts. If you don't call in while we on live, we'll go back and check the answers, make sure we got the right person, get the right information. We'll make sure everybody get the gifts. So again, Barbershop Talk is always live each and every Wednesday. Again, look forward to seeing you next week. We got another special guest coming in this particular hot seat. Looking forward to seeing you. Remember, school is out next week, this week.
This week.
School is out this week.
Yes, Friday's the last day.
Friday's the last day.
Yes,
So-
get your kids back.
Right. To all those students, to all those teachers, no matter what, be safe. Have a good summer. Enjoy yourself. And listen, don't forget, read.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Study.
Use your brain.
Use your brain. Listen, we got to get out of here. I love it. I had a good time. You ready to get out of here? Now listen, we always leave a certain way. You ready to get out of here a certain way?
Okay.
You ready? Come on up. Get on over there. No, look, you got to get back there. Get ready. So look at that camera right there.
Okay.
Get close up to that camera. You got to follow me. You ready?
Okay.
See you later.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking Barbershop Talk. Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits, everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk.
At Jay's place.
Barbershop talk.
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 At Jay's place. Barbershop talk.
Everything's on the table.